Hey everybody, Debbie Starr here. Just wanted to go live and talk about a really juicy topic that can be exciting, but it can also be a little frustrating. Now, if you've been following along, I've kind of had a theme here, the ABCs of your online business or your online marketing. And today I thought I would talk about C for content. All right. Now, if you happen to be watching live, let me know in the comments. Let me see if I can turn this off so you can see that better. Do you love or hate creating content? Seems like a lot of people really struggle with it. So I'm just curious if it's something that's in your wheelhouse. Do you love it or not? So let me know in the comments. Let me see if I can see the comments. Again, I'm using my new little toy here. I'm liking it. So okay, so let's just jump into what is all of this about. If I can get my little clicker to work here. What we're going to talk about is how can you build what I call your water wheel of content. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do it by what I call the 3 C's of content. Okay? Are you excited? I am. So let's get going here. Why is this doing this? This happened last week. I think I clicked too quickly. So just pretend like you didn't see any of that, okay? So let's get going. So the 3 C's of content. Is it doing it again? No. Okay. Anyway, just ignore all that. I'm just having a golden moment here. So I'm going to share the 3 C's, but I also am going to tie it in with the 3 problems that we usually have. People say, well, I don't know what to create and what's the best type of content to create. And the golden thing is, how do you stay consistent? Now, let me know in the comments, whether you're watching live or on the replay, are you good at the consistency piece? I think that's the number one area that people kind of fall to the wayside here. So the answer is, I already gave you that hint, the answer to all of these problems are what I call the 3 C's. And if you stick around, I'm also going to give you a bonus. Okay, we love our bonuses. Why is my little mouse not cooperating? Let's try this again. Okay, so the first C is all about connection. Now, I had just heard a quote not too long ago, and I thought it was brilliant because it says, people buy the coach, not the product, not the service. And so think about that for a minute. They're buying you. So it's that connection. But when we make those connections, as we're going to dig into just a little more here, we want to make them real. You know, we all talk about the 6 degrees of connection. And if we dig deep enough, then, oh, yeah, I grew up in that town, or, oh, yeah, my aunt went to that college, whatever it is. All right. So there's usually some kind of connection that we can make with people. And that's what it's all about when we are building the connections with people. So let's tie this into the problem as we're building the connections. What do we create in our content, right? It's not rocket science. And if you'd followed along in some of my other training, the bottom line is, what issues or problems are they having? And can you fix it, or can you give them a Band-Aid for that? That's what you need to create your content around. If you have a way that you can help them, create content around that. Let me know if that's making sense. Okay. In one of my master class trainings here, I had a whole segment here about basically when you are building your program, your signature program, If you think of it like a triangle and it's three-sided, those are the main problems you're helping people with. And from those main problems, you create what I call little planets or little trainings or areas that you can help them. And so all you need to do is create content around each one of those little satellites. So you can easily come up with 9 to 12 topics that you can be creating content around. All right. And if you do that, then you pretty much have your whole plan. You'll just keep circling around those main legs of, again, the problems that you solve and how you help people. Is that making sense? Let me know in the comments or give me a thumbs up. And let me share a little secret tip with you. People are only interested in what's in it for them, not you. So I hate to break it to you. People don't really care where you went on vacation. They don't really care what you had for breakfast. What can you do? How can you create content to build the connection? You might want to share a few tips about yourself now and then, but it's all about them, not you. Hope that makes sense. And I hope that didn't bust your little bubble there. Okay. The second C is curiosity. We're just like cats, right? We're curious about everything. So when we're building our content, are we doing it in a way that makes that we're building in that curiosity factor? What can we do in our content to entertain them in addition to making it valuable for them? All right. Because again, we love puzzles, we love mysteries, we love being entertained, and especially in our inbox if you're creating content that lands in their inbox. So, can we do things to make them laugh a little or have a little smile? Can you drop in a GIF? Can you tell a corny little joke? Can you share a link to a funny little YouTube or a meme? Anything to give them that entertainment value and also do things to pique their interest, to keep them curious. So have open loops in your content. So in other words, I'll tell you on the last slide what my bonus C is. All right. So that's a little open loop. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm kind of planting that curiosity. You might say in the next training segment or in the next email or the next blog, I'll show you XYZ. All right. So we want to continue to entertain them, keep them curious. With the curiosity here, excuse me, people are saying, well, what kind of content? And what I mean by this is, do I just share written stuff and that's all? Or, do I have to create videos? What's the best kind of content? What I tell people is variety is the spice of life. And people have different learning modalities, right? So some people love watching videos. Other people, when they go to catch up on all of this stuff, all this noise out there, maybe they don't have time for a video, but they just want a quick read. Other people love audio. They would love just to listen to a podcast. So when you're creating content, think about ways that you can change it up, ways that you can recycle. So whenever I create a video, guess what? I take that video and I recycle it. I'll get the transcript. I can turn that into a blog article. I can pull pieces out to create social media content. I can dump it over into my podcast. And then what we're doing is we're making this content juicy for people basically in all spectrums, regardless of how they like to consume the content. There's something there for everybody. And also, when you give them different types of content, it helps them not to get so fatigued. instead of every Friday, it's kind of like the same email that comes into their inbox. Why not give them other ways to absorb the content? Let me know in the comments if that's making sense. Now let's get to the third C, and that is consistency. Put up your hand if you have learned, if you've come up with a great system. You know, I'm all about systems, and I'm always interested in what systems other people are using. What system are you using to stay consistent? Because that's really the key. That's where people usually kind of fall by the wayside. So, you know, I love the song or the movie, the thought, whatever it is, put a ring on it, baby, right? So if we are in the online space, we have to get our message out there. Consistency is what's going to grow your business. So get serious about it. Put a ring on it, baby. Commit to it. And if you're watching this, whether on replay or live or on the YouTube channel, put in the comments what is going to be your consistent schedule. Are you going to do it once a week? Are you going to post something on your Facebook page every day? Whatever it is, it's better than nothing. And less is better than none. So if you feel overwhelmed with everything that you're doing, then guess what? Just pick one platform and start with a very minimal schedule. I'm going to do a Facebook Live once a week. That's all I'm going to worry about. Once you get that mastered, notch it up a bit. Okay, now I'm going to post 3 times a week on social media. Okay, so come up with a consistent schedule and stick with it. Did I miss one here? Maybe, I don't know. My slides might be out of order. The other thing that I was going to mention is tying it into the problem of how to stay consistent and how to fix that problem. And so what I tell people is, one, publicize it. So what do I mean by that? Let people know in advance. Hey, every Thursday I'm going to do a Facebook Live in my Facebook group. And I have to tell you, when I first started doing this, I hesitated because as an entrepreneur, I think we're all this way. We're the boss. We don't like somebody telling us what to do. I don't even like myself telling me what to do, right? But if we put it out there, we're going to have a higher likelihood of doing it. If life happens, don't worry about it. Just say, hey, sorry, I couldn't do my Facebook Live. All right. But at least put it out there so that, because once we make that agreement kind of with the universe, there's more likelihood that we're going to stick with it. The second thing is, here's a novel idea: act like a CEO and actually put it on your calendar. Did you hear what I just said? CEOs of their company, they don't do anything unless it's on their calendar. So just schedule it on your calendar. If you're going to be spending 5 minutes every day on social media creating a post, schedule it in. If you're going to do it once a week and create a Facebook Live or anything else, schedule it in. All right. And then the third little tip is get an accountability buddy or join a program that makes you accountable. And when you tie those things in, then you will be able to stay consistent. Is that making sense? All right. So remember that little open loop. I said the bonus C is for CTA, your call to action. Right? When you're designing your content, you should have a specific call to action. Now, there's lots of different call to actions here. But the key is only one call to action. So if you're sending out a weekly email, maybe this week in the email, you want to focus on getting people to sign up for your Facebook group. Maybe next week you want to promote your new course that's opening up, or maybe you want people to sign up for a discovery call. So those are 3 separate call to actions. Don't throw them all into one place, because the confused mind doesn't buy and doesn't move forward. So as you're building your content, make sure that you factor in what your CTA is going to be, but only have one. Now you can mention it more than once, but only have that one CTA. Hopefully that is making sense. Give me a thumbs up if it is. So let's just do a quick recap. The 3 C's to create content so that you can connect with people and actually move those people closer to you is to make the human connection. Make it about them, make it personable, but make it so that they want to read it or they want to engage in it. Are you solving a problem? Are you helping them getting closer to what they need? Factor in the curiosity pieces, try to keep them curious and entertained, and create that consistency so that I've had people tell me that they look forward to my YouTube videos because I do it on a consistent basis, right? So, speaking of the CTAs, my CTA for today is to let you know about my 4 diamond framework to 20K months. And this is an 8-week group program. It will keep you consistent, it will keep you accountable. We work together step by step and build basically the whole engine of your business so that you can create your signature group program. And guess what? When you have this signature group program, it's very easy to hit those 20K months. It doesn't take that many people to sign up for each of your programs to hit that. So if you're at the point in your business that you really want to start scaling, then reach out. We'll have a little chat and see if you're at a good place for this program. All right. So remember the 3 C's in building your content. Build your content water wheel. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next time. Take care. Bye.